Okay, like always, if you don't know who I am, my name is Jaroid Henry. I'm the founder of Artist Rise. In the last, let's say, 4 years, I helped a lot of artists sell artwork pretty consistently online, which is something I'm extremely proud of. And I'm only creating this video to give you one, a shit ton of value, and then two, so much value that you think like, holy crap, I want to learn more from him, and we end up working together. I'm gonna talk about like the most simple edge you could have over anyone else, whether that's in an art space or any space. Obviously, specifically, we're gonna be talking about the art space here. Here's a big mistake I see so many artists do. So many artists are thinking as an artist and not as a customer. That's the biggest mistake. If you really want to succeed, you have to put yourself in the customer's shoes. By the way, before I get carried away on these topics, because I know I really can get carried away sometimes, I didn't take any notes for this. I don't have no sticky notes this time, so I might be all over the place. So I hope you're listening in, because it's going to be a ton of value. Here's the thing. What do I mean by this? An artist always think about what's best for them, not what necessarily best for the customer. So I give an example. Like some of my artists, I tell them, hey, when somebody buy your artwork, show your appreciation, because that's a big deal. So send them a gift. And as an artist, the first thing come to mind is I'm gonna send them a sticker. Well, the customer wouldn't give a damn about a sticker. That's just the reality, and that's just so selfish. That's branding for you if they put it on a laptop or so. Or they say I'm gonna send another print of the original. Why would the customer want a print of the exact same artwork that they just purchased? It just don't make sense. That's like you going to the store to buy some shoes, and then the store give you another pair of the exact same shoes. You're like, why would I want two of the same shoes? Can I at least get it in a different color? Right? And we think like this as artists because we're the artists and we don't put ourselves in the customer's shoes. So I'm going to talk about some key things you should be doing to put yourself in the customer's shoes, and it's going to give you an amazing edge. I'm talking about your opportunity or chance of success is going to go through the roof just by making these very simple adjustments. So first thing first, you want to put the customer first. Here are some tips that you should be doing to put the customer first. Let's say a customer purchased your artwork. Always think about how can you go the extra mile. Two things every single artist should do if they sell artwork is throwing an extra gift, whether it's a print, whatever. Make sure it's something valuable to the artist. It don't have to be expensive. I'll give you an example. If you're a pet portrait artist, throw in a non-expensive collar. They're going to appreciate that. Throw in an extra print of a separate work. They're going to appreciate that. And write a personal handwritten letter. They're going to appreciate that. And the reason why you want to do these things is because this is going to build a relationship. And I've been talking about this a lot. People love to do business with people, especially in today's time. People love to purchase from those that they feel they know. When they feel like they know you, that opens the door for them to trust you and build, once again, a relationship with you. And this is crucial. This is how you turn a customer from buying your artwork once to them becoming a collector and owning 6, 7, or 10 pieces from you. Fun fact, this is exactly what galleries do. They stay in contact with their customers. They even take them to dinner sometimes, or to brunch, or to lunch, and they'll chat, they'll hang out on weekends, they'll talk often. Any big sales, people do this with their customers because they're trying to build a relationship. But if you want to take the extra mile, you want it to be very genuine. Build a genuine relationship. I'll give an example. I purchased a vehicle not too long ago, and the guy at the dealership, the manager and my salesperson, they followed up with me, checking on my life, on my mom, on my family, and my friends, and we chat regularly. One of them came to the area like, hey, I'm in the area. I know you always working all day. How about I stop and grab you lunch? And I'm like, that's freaking amazing. And at this point, anytime I decide to purchase a vehicle, who do you think I'm gonna purchase it from? Some random guy I don't know, or the person I have a genuine relationship with? Obviously, the dealership I have a genuine relationship with. So with that being said, this is how you take things further. When you're talking to a potential customer, treat them as if they're your family, and literally just go the extra mile. Go the extra mile. Try to be the best you could possibly be. Now, you may be wondering, Jaroid, but what if they're not a customer? What if they're a potential customer? I feel that you should treat potential customers even better. But the best way to treat a potential customer is to treat them once again as if they're family. Talk and become very, very, very transparent with them. Become very vulnerable. Let them have a look inside your life, because they're gonna start to feel like once again they're getting to know you. I know, like for example, this is something I'm doing right now at this moment. I usually put out these videos and I think they're pretty nice, and I decided, you know what? I want you to actually have the opportunity to get to know me, get to know Jaroid, because this is where I spend most of my time, at this desk. I'm literally at my desk. My freaking laptop is like right here. In the midst of me working, I thought it'd be cool for me to create a video. And without you even noticing it, we most likely gonna build a relationship. And the other half that I won't build a relationship with, they probably gonna notice like, wait, this is not the guy for me. And that's totally fine. And that's what you want. So one, if they're already a customer, go the extra mile, do the extra steps, send a gift. And don't think about what you losing and what you getting in return. If you don't think about that, that's when you're being genuine. And then two, if they're not a customer, be very, very vulnerable, be very, very open. Talk to them as if you've been knowing them forever. And you're gonna start to find yourself building a genuine relationship. One thing I always talk about is being genuine. Getting somebody to really know you for you and you knowing them for them. And this is how you build a long-term career. Like, I think the art space is more like that mom and pop shop, that family-owned restaurant where when you walk in the door, everybody in the restaurant know all of the customers by their name. Hey, John. Hey, Bob. You want the usual? Like, that's what you want with your customers. And when you have that type of relationship, they're gonna always, I promise you, they're gonna always do business with you. And that's just how it works. And the craziest part, when it works like this, it just feels freaking amazing that you building that genuine relationship with that person. Like, and those people go to the end of the world for you. For example, people have been seeing us do interviews with some of the artists I work with. And they're like, why so many artists do interviews? Because they're willing to go to the end of the world for me, because I treat my artists like family. And that's only because I genuinely see them as family. A fun thing I always say is that the most important people in your life is your immediate family. The second most important people in your life is your customers. Because your customers are the one who believed in you. They were the ones who put out their hard-earned money and invested in whatever it is you're doing. You have customers that spend more money than your own family. That's why I say the most important people is your immediate family. Personally, this is just me. I put my customers before my cousins. And I love my cousins, but I put my customers before my cousins. Because they're the ones, the customers are the ones that hang out with me and talk to me and literally fund my business and believe in me and believe in themselves and take the chance with me. That's reality. I put my customers before my aunts and my uncles because they're that important to me. Literally, they're literally that important to me. Because if it wasn't for them, I would not be where I'm at. And the reason I'm stressing this right now is because I want you to see it the same way. Because one thing that disgusts me is when an artist say, oh, I'm not going to discount this artwork to this customer, but I gave my cousin a discount, or I gave this friend a discount. But the difference is the friend purchased your artwork because you're their friend. The customer purchased because they truly, truly, truly believed in your craft. They believed in your work. I think that speaks mountains. So treat the customers like family. Treat your customers like you've been knowing them forever, and I promise you, they're gonna stick by your side forever. And that's just how it works. I know I told you guys I didn't prepare this video whatsoever. I'm just talking about some of the things that become in conversation with the artists I work with. And I just thought this was one of those topics I just definitely had to talk about. So incentivize that artwork. If somebody purchased 4 artworks from me, I'm more than happy to sell the fit for 50% off. As long as I'm not losing money, I don't even need to make the most money. I'm just thankful that you're still here. And this is me showing my appreciation to you. And you want to have that approach. Let people have a look inside your life. Like I talk to artists. It's another thing that just disgusts me. I talk to artists and they're like, hey, I want to sell artwork, but I don't want to be on social media. I don't want nobody to see me. I don't want nobody to see what I'm doing. And I'm like, but you want somebody to give you $5,000. And you telling me, but you don't want them to get to know you. It's not like you're selling freaking couches. Artwork is a very personal purchase. Like when somebody buy your artwork, they buying a piece of you. So they want to know who they buying from. They want to get to know that artist. So treat them like family. And I promise you, if you do this, you're going to instantly see a change. I have an artist, 2 artists right now, and I'm going to put them on the spot. One name, you should check her out. One name, Jen Dwyer. Jen Dwyer. I'm not going to link it below because I'm going to forget it, so I'll spell her name. Jen D as in dog, Wyer. Jen Dwyer. She don't have the most following. She don't have the most views. But she sell, every time she do a little series, she just about sell out. Why? It's because her freaking customers love her. They see her and they think she's freaking amazing. I have another artist named Ariana Lomely. Last name spelled Lomel, Malie, something like that. But she sells so much artwork. Amazing lady. But why? It's because she have a genuine relationship with her customers. She don't have the biggest following. She don't have the biggest views or anything. She's not some celebrity, but she do extremely well. And that's because she have a great relationship with the people that buy her work. To the point where she recently asked me, like, hey, Jaroid, should I be tripling my prices now because I'm selling all my work? And that's where you want to be at. But it comes with building a genuine relationship. Like, put yourself in your customer's shoes and take a moment and ask yourself, for my perfect customer, what's something that they would love? What would they genuinely want from me? Not just art-wise, but just as an experience, what would they want? And ask yourself that. And if you ask yourself that, I promise you're going to start moving mountains. It's that simple. It's that simple. That's the only thing I wanted to mention in this video, because if you just start there, as a matter of fact, start with just sending every single person that comment on your Instagram, no matter how few or how many it was, send them all a message and tell them how much you appreciate them commenting on your Instagram. And see what that do. Just do that over the next week. Every follow, every comment, if you ain't getting many comments, every follow, every comment, every like, send them a personal message. I know you only just like my message, but I want you to know the fact that you took the time out to even press that you like it means the world to me. And it may seem so small to you, but I just want you personally, John, or whatever their name may be, I want you personally to know that I'm saying thank you. And watch what happens. You do that across 200 people over the next week. Watch what happens. Watch how many artworks you sell. Just start there. And you're going to say it's a game changer. With that being said, I've been doing more of these videos, or at least trying to do more of these videos. But I'm going to wrap this one up here. If you want to watch me talk about how to grow your art career, click here. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.